concept of the American dream is one that emphasizes prosperity, success, and the pursuit of happiness, and in this case, entertainment. Our national story this week is all about some dapper dudes that have outstanding style. This week, we release the Men of Fashion. I'm your host, Jem Morris, and welcome to the American Dream.
We do it in the spirit of going against the grain in the negative media, giving inspiring information, and having people walk away from our show with something of value.
You're seeing a disruption in both the real estate and the mortgage space.
A lot of people are just not willing to put in the work.
What video does is that it demands an emotional response.
You know what I love about the show? It's totally unscripted.
Our first story is brought to you by a professional in your city. Let's hear what they have to share this week.
Hey guys, today we're here talking about the 1990s and all the great stuff it gave us. Britney, the Spice Girls, the oh-so-fun slap bracelet, and my favorite, wait for it, the scrunchie. I was actually gonna put this in my hair, but with the hairspray, I'll get it in and I'll never get it out. It also gave us some really fun TV watching. We all tuned in to Mary-Kate and Ashley. We all wanted to know what Ross and Rachel were doing every single week. The 1990s brought us iconic architecture, like the home we're featuring here today in Lowe's Island, just outside of Washington, D.C. These homes were constructed with 1990 traditional center hall colonial floor style. The style is popular today, but buyers are asking for more of that great room, where they can combine their kitchen and their family space, and that's just what we've done. I know you must be thinking, well, I'd love to do a renovation, but where do we get the money? Well, today we have our leading lender, Eric Spencer with Churchill Mortgage, and he's going to share some solutions and answer those questions. After that, meet me in the kitchen so I can show you this beautiful renovation. Eric, how are you?
How are you? Good to see you. Good to see you. You know, Michelina, we're talking about financing, and you know very well renovation financing is more complex and complicated than just getting the standard mortgage loan that most homeowners are used to dealing with. So what we do on our team is really take the time to make sure we're looking at someone's entire financial picture and crafting solutions and strategies that are really going to bring that long-term wealth building benefit that any homeowner is going to want to have after the renovation is fully complete. So besides just things like FHA and conventional construction to perm and renovation loans that most people have heard of at least, we usually look outside the box at things like home equity lines of credit, maybe consumer financing products, and really what we're ultimately looking to do is make sure that we're crafting strategies and solutions that are going to fit into any consumer's long-term and short-term goals for their life.
Perfect, perfect. Now we're going to step inside and show you what we've done with this gorgeous renovation.
Looking like a starlet, I'm feeling me if you're not keep ballin'. You in a pink Impala, keep doing you, ain't nobody gonna stop you. Keep it poppin' and everyone blows. And if you don't know, now you know.
So this is our wow kitchen. This renovation was done by our leading construction company, Chameleon Remodel and Painting. They literally changed the footprint of this kitchen. This beautiful island is not only easy on the eyes, but great for entertaining. Another transformation in this kitchen, which was one of my favorites, was this space. I know you don't believe me, but this was a laundry room. It's now part of the kitchen. It houses plenty of pantry space with pull-out drawers, beautiful Bosch microwave, and a second oven. Let me share a little bit about a renovation like this. First of all, 90% of people that were surveyed said that when they did this type of renovation, they spent more time in their home. The other great thing is that 80% of people said the kitchen, the heart of the home, and it really is the heart of the home, is the most important room in the whole house. And then good news for you, Remodel Magazine reported that 72% of the money you spent, you'll get back when you sell. So it makes sense to call MQ and Associates, even if you're thinking about remodeling and not selling your home for years. Between MQ and Associates, Chameleon Remodel and Painting, and Churchill Mortgage, we are the team that can create your American dream. Thank you for tuning in. We'll see you next time.
As professionals, we all like to dress to impress, but some tend to stand out above the crowd with personal flair, style, and above all, personality. Without further ado, let's get the show started.
So I'm Lloyd Fox, Long Realty the Fox Group, owner and broker of my own business, and it's interesting, you know, people ask me all the time why my clothes, why fashion is so important to me. Getting ready for the day. It's not about me. A lot of times it's about what I have planned for the day. Is it a meeting? Is it a presentation? Is it a seller? Who is the seller? What do they do for a living? And I've got to figure out, just like a good marketer, you got to figure out like what that seller, what that audience is like. Didn't grow up with a lot of money. It's not like we ever needed, you know, never a need for something, but you know how it is when you're in grade school or high school or college, you know, people wear certain things, you know, labels, whatever, and I always knew what I liked. It's just a matter of whether I could afford it or not. So, and I couldn't, you know, all through grade school, it was, you go through the Sears catalog, be the winner, or, you know, Tough Skins jeans, and everyone else is getting Levi's and Nikes and Adidas. And so when I started to make a living and make my own money, a natural investment is what I always think of it as when it comes to your clothes, was to buy the things I really wanted. And it wasn't about labels and it wasn't about the money, it was about the quality, it was about the look, and it was about what I really wanted to express about me, what I wanted to project.
My name is David Nichols. I own Nichols Custom Clothiers. I'm a fourth generation in the business, been doing it all my life. I've worked for Oprah, I've worked for CNBC, I've worked for CNN, I've worked for Showtime Boxing. I did the clothes for the Olympic basketball team. I've done a couple movies that I've been in the wardrobe department. So I'm one of the top people in my industry, and I feel real good about that. You know, and one of my biggest accolades is Mr. Lloyd Fox. I've been doing clothes for him since 1997. These are the first two suits I did for Lloyd in 1997. It's a 3-button. I got 6-button vest. And look at that, they even have pleats. Let's see if they got cuffs. Let's see. Oh, pleats and cuffs. So back in the day, these were the most popular thing out there. So 1997, so 20 years old, and look at them. They look brand new. This is the same thing, except this is blue. Pleats, cuffs, 3-button front, 6-button vest. Oh no. That with a black pant or a navy slack, I think that'd be awesome.
I've always enjoyed design, so fashion design to me has always interested me. And so when I'm doing something with a suit or a pair of shoes or boots or anything, people laugh at me all the time because I want everything done custom. I mean, I want it the way I want it. My tailor, drive him nuts. My boot maker at Paul Bond Boots, I drive them nuts. But it's about what I want, you know. And I'm thankful that I feel like I'm creative and I want to put things together. And I love my last name. My parents aren't here anymore, it's all I've got. So I'll take that last name Fox because I think it's great. It's on my monogram on everything, F-O-X, it's easy. Why do the initials when I can do the name? It's just something simple, it's fun. I have a great time with materials and everything else. I don't care if it's Nike, my tennis shoes, for goodness sakes. You know, whether it's Nike ID, boots, clothing, monogram on a shirt, my belts. I just like making things my own way. So now it's funny. You know, I have a lot of clients that laugh because, you know, I'll show up in the middle of the summer and I've got full regalia, 3-piece, full suit, whatever, and it's 110 degrees out. The one thing I know I never have to do is apologize for the way I'm dressing. Because I believe in a few things. Number one, whether I'm meeting with a client or not meeting with a client, really doesn't matter. I'm dressing up so that I can get prepared for the day, to be who I am and to feel good about who I am and to be the part. And to go in and launch into the day is important to me. You gotta dress that way. And I never know. You know, in this business, you never know when a client's gonna call you or a new potential opportunity is gonna hit you. You just gotta dress up. When you leave, you feel like you're ready for the day and you're on your game and you're ready to work. It's not about comfort level. It's about respect and honoring the people you work for, because I'm a representation of them. I'm a representation of my client and an extension of my client. So I'm gonna keep on rocking this. And I love wearing clothes. I love expressing myself because of the opportunity I'm provided by people. I know that I'm always gonna be judged. I know that everything in life is like an interview. So why wouldn't I want to look the best I possibly can?
American Dreamers, I've got a special treat for you. This is a Men of Fashion episode. I've been honored they've asked me to do this. I'm not a big fashionista dude. I don't study a lot of it, but I know what I like when I see it, and I like to just have fun with it. You know, to me, especially in the Beverly Hills market, when I'm going out to meet clients, I want them to know who I am. When I'm going places, I want to be a statement. Look good, feel good, be good. It's kind of how I like to roll. I'm just not a standard dude. You know, I like to have a little pop. As you can see, wearing a yellow crane jacket right now. But I need things with a little flair because this is how I like to live my life. So tonight, we're here at Grinders. Grinders have been in Beverly Hills for 8 years. I get a lot of suits here, custom suits, very boutique, it's great. They've closed it down for me. We're gonna get fitted for a suit so I can take you through that process. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Grinders in Beverly Hills. Let's take a look. Mr. Blowers.
Scott, welcome to Grinders.
It's good to be welcome. And
I know your favorite.
welcome indeed. Thank
How
you
about
so
a
much.
little McCallum 12?
God, this is a great welcome. I'm very excited to dig and get a suit. It's always my fun time when I walk in here. You know, getting a new suit's always a great thing for me, a good experience. So
Absolutely.
Happy to see what you have, and let's get things going.
Good. Come on back.
All right.
Are you thinking about doing something off the rack, or we're going to try to make one for you today?
I want to give everybody the custom experience. You know, I love custom. I love kind of designing my own thing with your fabrics and patterns. And,
Absolutely. It gives you an opportunity to make it your own.
Exactly. I'm feeling, it being fall, I kind of like something, you know, obviously nothing too standard, but nothing, some nice fall flair.
We can do it. We can do it. Dark in color, but maybe a little pop color.
I like it. So take us through your fitting process and just kind of walk us through the steps.
Okay. Basically what I have here is our custom clothing order form, and it gives you an opportunity to see how we're going to detail the jacket, whether you want side vents, center vent, whether you want a notch lapel or a peak lapel. We can talk about contrast details. One of the things that you mentioned last time you were here was the idea of maybe something with an elbow patch that would be really cool.
Bring back the elbow patch.
Absolutely, bring back the elbow patch.
Yeah.
You know, old school becomes new school.
Bring back the elbow patch.
How about that? How about that? What's old is new again.
Well, you know, I trust you. You've done a lot of my stuff, so I will defer to you. You know, we'll pick the fabrics and kind of get that, but you will make. You know, I'll choose the meats, but you'll make the sizzle.
Okay,
you know?
terrific.
I think think I want to go with this fabric. I really like this.
Terrific.
And, what are the next steps?
Well, we've got some fun linings here. Obviously, the one that we have here, I believe, is beautiful since we picked it out. But there is also the opportunity of really kind of making it as your own. As I say, custom is really all about you. It's my job to measure you correctly, but it's your job to basically make it sizzle.
Indeed. So while we're getting rolling with the measuring, tell us a little bit the history of grinders and where you started. You started in Tampa 38 years ago, right?
38 years ago, 1981, this month. And we have been there for, as you said, 38 years. We've been out here for about 8.5 in Beverly Hills. And then just 2 weeks ago today, we opened in downtown Sarasota.
Nice.
So we have 3 stores and really trying to make products that are our own, make grinders unique in the marketplace, which is not easy today.
What got you into this, and what separates you from, we're in Beverly Hills, the heart of Beverly Hills, Rodeo is just right here.
Mm-hmm.
What separates you? I love coming here, but what separates you from, what's your differentiators?
Well, I mean, years ago, Southern California was filled with specialty stores. Today, because of all the big brands, those specialty stores don't exist. Being the fact that I have a store for 38 years in Tampa, we brought that philosophy to Southern California. There is only one Beverly Hills. I think the strongest brand name in fashion, if not beyond. And it's just something that I felt like if we were going to really take it to the next level, Beverly Hills had to be a part of what we were doing.
The difference between going to like a Macy's or store and not just buying stuff, your measurements, they do a couple things, compared to a custom suit is night and day. The way you look in the suit, the way you feel in the suit, and just being able to design it yourself and put a little flair and put your own character into it, that to me is what it's about, but it just fits so much differently and so much better. It's just night and day.
Absolutely. I always like to say that the tape measure is just a tool. It just gets us started, but really my eyes and my ears are my best fitting devices.
Exactly.
Because I want to know how you want to look in the suit, how much expression. As far as trimness in here, you've already told me you're going to lose some weight, so we'll measure it a little bit on the trim side.
From the goal, man.
But as you can
so
see, the
close.
overall shape through the shoulders and through the chest is gorgeous. This coat, you could walk out with this coat right now, it'd be gorgeous on you. But we're making a suit, so we got to get the trousers involved as well.
Exactly. So for me, again, it's just like I'm so excited because every time I come in here, I know like I've accomplished putting the work in, and this to me is my reward. So
absolutely.
That and a nice dinner.
And we're not necessarily always looking for the one sale. We were looking for the long-term relationship.
That's right.
Same thing you try to do with your clients.
All right. So what are we doing next here with Martha measurements?
So go ahead and leave this on,
okay.
And I'm going to take a couple of measurements here. Basically wanted to show you what I feel like is the finishing touches. The clothing itself, the suit is the canvas. The painting is really made up in the shirt and the tie, and then today, one of the real important features is the pocket square.
Who's the artist? Painting, canvas, artist?
Absolutely. How about that? How about that?
All right, I'd like to see this. Can I see this on?
Let's do it. Let's do it. It's one thing to see it on a table. It's another thing to see it come to life.
Beautiful. Let's do it. All right, so we're going to put that shirt in there as well.
Yes.
The custom inside.
We are.
You like my initial maybe the AD for American Dream?
Okay, AD. I love it. I love it.
So what's the turnaround time? Do I love getting in these sooner rather than later.
Well, we're going to make it right, so it's going to take 6 weeks.
All right, I like it. I appreciate that.
But it's absolutely going to be gorgeous. I think the color is fantastic on you. And as I mentioned to you when we were looking at fabrics earlier, this coat would be a great sport coat. It could be a suit, a coat, great pair of pants with another jacket or a sweater. So it's really a 3-in-1 deal.
Love it.
Absolutely.
This is great. So I'm super excited to have this. And I definitely appreciate, as usual, the hospitality.
My pleasure.
What you do, I can't wait. I'll wear it on one of my next segments coming up here so everybody can see. I'm looking forward to wearing this. It's going to be amazing with pants.
It will be amazing. You're going to get a ton of compliments.
Like a glove,
it's going to be a lot
Jimmy.
of fun.
Like a glove.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Chris, thanks so much. I appreciate your time.
Thank you.
I appreciate everybody. And for me, again, fashion is all about having fun, just enjoying your life. For me, this is a reward. I work hard in my life, and I love looking good and going out and separating myself. And you go to those meetings. It's just about having fun. I'm not serious about it. You got to enjoy your life, right?
Absolutely, and I will tell you, it just takes a little effort. Goes a long way with fashion.
Exactly.
You have to try too hard. And you can see right here with just a fun little afternoon, we came up with something gorgeous.
That's right. American Dreamers, thanks so much for your time. Scott Goshorn, 86th.
My name is Tim McBride. I'm partner with Wexler Real Estate here in Scottsdale, Arizona, and I'm founder of Homes for Good. I'm a real estate agent and a change agent, as I like to call myself, as I believe in using the platform I have to not only serve my clients, but also serve my community by bringing people together through great stories. And when I think of fashion, for me, I don't necessarily always trend towards, suit and tie. I come from the West Coast, born and raised in Vancouver, but I spent 12 years almost in Southern California, and I love kind of the surf casual culture that is Southern California. You see a lot of it here. So my morning typically starts with having kind of planned out my day the night before. If I know I'm going to be in the office, kind of doing more admin, paperwork, I kind of typically go a little more business casual. If I know I'm out in the marketplace a little more, open houses, meetings with clients or potential clients, presentation is very important to me. I take my job seriously and my responsibility as a realtor seriously. So, as I go through, I have my jackets, my suits, some ties. Got to bring a little color, personality to it. Variety of shirts, different color pants, dress pants, more casual pants, jeans, golf shirts, a bunch of different belts, sweaters, and then shoes. But my day, what I wear is always going to be professional. I'm always going to want to put my best foot forward and in terms of using fashion to honor the work that I'm doing, honor the work that I'm trying to accomplish, and create an element of pride in myself and trust with my clientele and my marketplace. I grew up with two very supportive parents, but my father kind of instilled with me the entrepreneurial spirit, and his passion really, after he walked away from the corporate world, was in men's retail and men's fashion. He always kind of had an eye for it, an interest in it, and he took a leap of faith and he started in 1988. I was 6 years old, his own men's clothing store. He saw a need in our city and our community for something that could provide men quality, professional attire with a little bit of style to it, something that he hadn't been able to find in Vancouver at the time. When we talk about fashion, I'm kind of inspired by this little book I have here, because it's a folder or file my dad gave me, which is kind of his opening first few months. And there's some great images in here that show kind of the outfitting of the store and it kind of coming to life. So, being an entrepreneur, kind of real estate, you got to create your own success. You got to build your own success, and it's really inspiring to go back and see kind of the shell of an office space that he turned into, what became a very, very successful men's retail shop. 29 years later, he retired with still the same store and an amazing track record of just amazing relationships that went far beyond just him selling men's clothing, but to building lifelong relationships within the community across Canada and around the country. Part of my style too is I grew up motivated and inspired by the sports industry, both the team component, the business component, but also the athlete. They were inspirations to me, not only in their talents and gifts as phenomenal athletes, but what they represented to the community. And as I've kind of grown up and gone through college and got into the sports business space, you start to see players take more responsibility for their brand. We're in more of a digital era, so they can. So I always kind of find it fun to watch, what players are wearing, how they enter stadiums, how they leave stadiums, and kind of the respect they give to their wardrobe. If you have integrity in what you're doing and why you're wearing things, then I think it's great. There is no right way to wear something or right way to look, as long as it's respectful in regards to the environment it's in, I guess. If there is a piece though that has stuck with me from the beginning of my kind of passion and career in sports, it's the hat. Specifically New Era, just the quality, the recognition that brand has, that logo has. And I've just naturally wanted to own hats, and kind of as I went through college, I started accumulating more and more. They became art pieces on my wall. They became pieces I wore, pieces I didn't wear, but I always found there was a story with each hat, whether it was me at a stadium buying a hat or a city I lived in, or just the color, the style. If you know me, you'll know I have probably over 100 New Era Pro Fits from, all across all leagues and all teams in all cities. And there's basically a story behind every piece that I bought. And I've taken that passion, I've kind of branded it on my kids, if you will. They all have their own kind of New Era infant Pro Fits, and each one has one in the city they were born, and each one has one of the city that my wife and I have either lived in or are from. So, like I said, there's always kind of a reason for it, but there's personality to it. I've always appreciated that when someone wins something, the hat is the first thing that people put on. It's a statement of success, of championship, of winning. It also represents team and community. One thing that's really important to me when it comes to fashion is I don't in any way use fashion as a motivator or a vehicle to highlight success or to promote myself. I see it more as my uniform, if you will. Coming from the sports background, uniform, when that goes on, there's a level of professional and there's a level of expectation in terms of execution. So when I dress professionally, whether it be suit and tie, the way I'm dressed now, it's me making a commitment to myself and to my clients that I take myself seriously, I take my role seriously, and you can trust me with the responsibilities of serving you as your realtor.
Welcome to Access at Southwest Plaza.
This is awesome.
I'm glad you made it.
You've been telling me to come here for years. This is unbelievable. Blows my expectations.
I'm glad you made it. Let's have a seat. May I offer you some champagne?
Of course.
Okay. Cheers.
Cheers. Well, as you know, as always, I'm crazy busy, so I want to see what you have in store for me today.
I have some gray looks for you, and I cannot wait to show you what I have.
Let's go.
What do you think about this look?
Okay, I love this look. This is so me. I feel like I could wear this casual Friday, go into nighttime, some of the horse shows I go to, or polo. It seems very versatile.
It is, and I want to show you that this look can absolutely transform to an evening look just by switching the jacket.
Can't wait to see.
Okay. How do you feel about this look?
Okay, I love this look, and I just started loving vests, and this looks super sharp together, I think.
How do you feel about the context of reflecting this look in your business?
Well, I would feel very confident walking into someone's home or business dressed like this. And it's interesting because San Diego's a big metropolitan area, but it's comprised of like the sophistication of downtown, and then we have the coastal life, which is a little bit more surf and casual. We have a big equestrian lifestyle, like historic with polo and also dressage and jumping. But then the thing is, no matter what somebody is, if you walk into a room dressed well, they're gonna give you respect, they're gonna listen to what you have to say. And I always feel like dressing well is a form of good manners.
Fashion is, I agree, fashion is not only the way you look, it's the representation of your character.
Couldn't agree more. Well, you know what I liked the best about today, and I have to tell you, because I don't like going store to store or feeling pressure from different salespeople, but you've collected all the things that you knew I love, and then you have them in these fitting rooms here, and I can mix match things together, see which look I like the best. And I've never actually had an experience like this before, so I'm super impressed. Like, how does one get into something like this?
This is really a private VIP room, and the most important part as well is to save you a lot of time. So you don't really have much time to go and walk around. This is a beautiful shopping center, but most importantly is the time that you're saving by doing this, and it's a very practical.
There's only one problem. I want every damn thing that you've sent me so far. So we met 10 years ago, and we met at, I think, a Miracle Babies event, a philanthropy, and it was so fun, and you were saying, hey, can I dress you? And I'm like, no. I was actually kind of scared, because I love dressing myself, I love going shopping, and I feel like I have a really good sense of style. Fast forward 10 years later, I didn't realize I'd be in this position where super busy with work, don't have time to go to the stores anymore, I never want to shop online, because I actually like to feel the fabrics, the materials, I want to see the fit. So that's super important to me. And that's how we became even closer than we were, because you've been helping me with my fashion for the past couple of years.
It's an honor to dress you and understanding really well your lifestyle, especially when it comes to philanthropy, because we both met a while ago through a common cause that we both love from our hearts. So with that said, this upcoming months, as far as galas for this look.
So this one's going to do really well. I have Ocean Discovery Institute. As you know, I've been on the board for almost 18 years, and I've been the chairperson for the gala many, many times. I have Miracle Babies, which you wear a tuxedo, kind of black tie, but as a masquerade party, which I'm excited. And then also I have Feeding San Diego coming up. So this is all in the next couple of months. So this is an A+. Well, you know what the strangest thing of today was? So you know the things that I like, but everything is fitting right off the shelf. It's like they were tailored. Like, it's so crazy. Like, you knew exactly my size. You know, I've been trying to work out, trying to be on a diet lately, and you actually saw in the future and picked things that would actually fit me, which was really awesome.
I am glad you like it because, in my opinion, you look stunning.
Thank you. Okay, you and I have a love-hate relationship, and one of the reasons is you're too good at your job. I have the hardest decision ever now after a really great day, and I'm in misery. Do you know why? I don't know what to pick. Help me.
Of course, that's what I'm here for.
We strive to bring you the best stories from across the country that embody the ideals of the American dream and hope that you saw something new and entertaining. We would like to thank all of our viewers and our sponsors for helping us grow the show. We couldn't do this without your support. I'm your host, Jem Morris, and thank you so much for watching.